Hey guys, welcome to the happiest hour on earth. This is episode 20.
Yes.
So crazy. Can't believe we're here.
I know.
We have a very exciting episode tonight. We're having a very special guest on soon. Her name is Tressa from Subtle Dust. Awesome clothing company that we discovered recently, and we decided we had to get her on here for an interview. So she's going to be joining us shortly to talk about how she got started, what her future plans are, and all the little details. So we can't wait to get her on here and chat. So let's get rolling.
All right, we are so excited that you guys are here for our 20th episode. Shout out to Tressa for joining us. This is so exciting.
So
We've been
awesome. We can't wait.
so pumped. Ever since Emily got me this space shirt for my birthday this year, we've been just like so excited about Subtle Dust, and to have her on a show is just so amazing and
we can't
incredible.
wait to hear about
Thank you, Tressa. Yeah, we were so pumped. So as we were coming up with drinks for this week's episode, we were thinking, okay, what could we do that looks cool and also kind of goes with the theme? We usually try to theme it up. And you know what? Subtle Dust has like that amazing like green aesthetic to their logo. And dust, every time I think of dust, I think of pixie dust. So Neverland. And that brings us to the drink, which is the Neverland tea. It's been a little bit since I've made this, so that the layering is a little bit off, but if you watch our reel, the layering actually turned out decent, I think.
Yeah.
So we had to do some sort of green Neverland inspired thing. This is a secret drink that you could get at Lamplight Lounge. It was there when it was the Cove Bar, but you could still get it. It's so incredible. And so should we try it?
Yeah, let's
see
give
how
it a try.
good I did, hopefully. Cheers. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's really
tasty.
good. It's pretty much like a Long Island iced tea, hence the Neverland tea.
Yeah.
Super, super good. I couldn't find any like actual recipes online. I just had the ingredients, so I kind of just made them up and kind of modeled them after the other drinks that they have there with ratios. But without further ado, should we call up Tressa?
Let's call her.
Let's do it. Hey, Tressa, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on our show.
Of course. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're so pumped. I mean, ever since, Emily heard from a friend, and, I think it was sent over a DM. She was like, you got to check this clothing company out.
Yeah.
Like, this is like quality Disney material. And then I saw it and I was like, okay, when are we going to like get this stuff? I know Disney was closed. Disneyland was closed. And then she got me this space shirt for my birthday. And I was like, I need to show it off in the parks. Like, this is just so awesome. And so ever
quality
since then,
stuff.
we were like, okay, Subtle Dust is so awesome. I'm going to flaunt it every time I go in the parks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys are so sweet. Well, the space looks amazing on you. I love it.
Thank you.
Such a great design.
We need to buy all of them because we're going in September, and I feel like every day needs to be a Subtle Dust day. So
Yeah. Just gotta
I
get every
fully
single one.
support.
it's so good. And you recently went to Disneyland. Was that like a month ago, or was that just a few weeks ago?
That was a little bit over a month ago. I went the beginning of July.
Nice. Did you see anyone with the shirts like while you were actually there?
I did. I saw this really cute couple. They were both wearing the space. One of them was wearing the V2, and then one of them was wearing the original.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think they were the only people I saw wearing it. And then I had one other person come up and they recognized me, but they weren't wearing it. So, but that was really cool to see my shirts like in real life in the parks. I was like, what the heck? This is amazing. It was just really cool.
That's so cool.
Oh, that is so cool. Because you started Subtle Dust like while Disneyland was closed. And so for those people who might not, are listening, I'm sure a lot of our listeners know who you are, but like for those who are listening and don't know a little bit about yourself and also the company, can you just tell us a little bit about how you started and what Subtle Dust is and who you are and everything?
Well, my name's Tressa. I live in Utah, and in the pandemic, I actually was a photographer. I'm a wedding photographer, or was, I guess. I don't know what to say anymore. But that's what I used to do. And then because of the pandemic, all my weddings got canceled or rescheduled. And I was just like bored, trying to come up with something to do. And I'd like always wanted to start a business. I've been pretty obsessed with like business stuff and just like marketing, especially products. Like I've always been super interested in sending a product to people because I just think it's so cool that I could like make something or sell something and then actually like give another person it like physically.
Yeah.
I just think that is like kind of magical to like send something in the mail. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
So, and I love Disney. I grew up going to Disneyland. And I knew I like wanted to start some kind of Disney company, but I was like unsure on what exactly I wanted to do. My partner and I started thrifting during the pandemic. We've been thrifting before, but there's this really cool thrift shop right by us, and they always have like the coolest Disney shirts. So we started thrifting there, and I was like, these shirts are so cool. Like I literally am stoked to go to Disneyland because I feel like everything Disney sells is like so cheesy, in my opinion. Fine if other people like it. It wasn't for me. So I started this little Instagram for me and my partner going to Disneyland. I'm like, I'm gonna like be a Disney influencer. So I like started that, and then I was like posting my vintage clothes, and people would of course ask me like, oh, where'd you get it? And I was like, this is like sad that I can't like share it. Like, oh, I got it from here, but you can't have it. You know what I mean? It's like you can't find it. So I was just trying to think of like ideas. I was like, oh, I'll do t-shirts. And I was like, I should do one for each ride because I was trying to figure out a way that I could make a t-shirt that was Disney related but not use the Disney characters. And I was like, oh, I could like do the rides. And I was like, I should like just try making a Space Mountain shirt. And then I knew for sure I wanted to do a Walt Disney shirt too. Cause I was like, oh, that'd be cool to like have something about him. Anyway, it was born.
That's awesome. So were those your first two shirts?
Yeah. So the first time when we launched in December of 2020, we launched the Space, the Walt, and then the Matterhorn. Those were our first three.
That's awesome. And I'm wearing one of the first one. But the V1 is the black one, right? Then V2 is... Okay, yeah. So I'm wearing the V2, but still a classic.
Such a great design.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same design, so yeah.
Totally has this like old retro like band like tour vibe to it. It's so cool.
Totally
I love
does.
it so much.
That's like my main thing that I was like, when I was thrifting, I'm like, this is the style I like. Like I like the style of like the 70s shirts and the 80s shirts because I felt like they were just, I don't know, I just loved the vibe. And then I was like, oh, well, people are obsessed with band tees. Like, why not just like combine the two, like
make
Disney
it a ride.
and band tees, you know?
So did you have any experience at all in like clothing design prior to your launching, or was it mainly just your photography and stuff before that?
Yeah, so I've always been just like, I don't want to use the word artistic, but I guess, I don't know, like in high school I did painting, I was like, did art, and then, yeah, I did photo, which I feel like helped me create like an eye for like composition and just like colors, stuff like that. So like more artistically inclined, I guess, in that way. But my favorite thing that I loved like doing in photo in college. Oh, I studied it in college. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
So cool.
Yeah, so I studied photo in college and it was more like fine art based. So definitely like a very strong background in just art in general. So no background in shirts, but background in art. And
nice.
But I feel like it's not too hard to learn about screen printing. So I just like did I did a lot of research and was like looking up screen printing, the different like types. of processes, and like I've definitely learned a lot along the way. But yeah, so no background in clothing. My background was shopping for myself. That's my background.
That's
Makes sense.
and you knew exactly what you wanted to see, like in that space, which
Yeah.
background in shopping
Exactly.
totally works out. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess like not my background, but like something that I was really passionate about is like high quality clothing. I've always kind
Mm,
of been obsessed with like buying less but buying better quality and something that's more
nice.
expensive. Like I primarily shop at Free People because I know that when I shop there, I'm going to get something that is going to last a long time and it's going to feel good on my skin. And I just felt like when I was buying clothes from even the parks, I feel like the quality isn't great. And I was kind of sad. I'm like,
Mm,
these shirts are like kind of scratchy. Like I want something that is really nice, you know? So that was
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
a really big thing for me is I was like, I want these shirts to be like Free People quality.
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And they definitely hold up. They're
Yeah.
definitely comfy.
So comfy.
Good, I'm glad.
So do you design the shirts yourself or do you give the ideas to a designer to be made?
Yeah, so me and designers, we collab. It's like every design has been different in terms of like how much I've given versus the designer. Some of the designs have been like purely me being like, this is exactly what I want. Like for instance, with the Walt, I like knew exactly what I wanted it to look like. I wanted the signature across the top. I wanted it to be a circle with like these colors and like this kind of style. With the space,
That's so
it was
cool.
definitely the artist or the designer. Like I told her my inspiration and I was like, I want to see band tee, blah, blah, blah. And then we did like a few drafts and we like eventually got there, but I didn't have as many like specifics. Like I was like, oh, I want it to have the silhouette of the ride plus Space Mountain plus the date and like kind of this vibe. But she, I feel like, really made that idea come to life way more than I did. And so, yeah, it's like different with every design has been different in terms of like, that's why I just call it collab. It's
That
like a
is
collab
awesome.
between me and the designer. But
So
it's
cool.
definitely me, like, I give them the initial start, like the initial inspiration and stuff, and then we work from there.
That's so
That's
awesome.
great.
So was this designer someone you knew before you started the clothing company, or did you kind of like, reach out and try to look at other designers like to fit your vibe that you're going for?
So when I had the idea, I reached out to a friend of mine who is a graphic designer, and I asked her. I told her my idea, and I was like, "Would you be interested?" And then she said it like wasn't her vibe, but she sent me a few people, and then the girl I hired for the Space Mountain one was the first person I ever hired, and so yeah,
That's
so I just
awesome.
like went off that.
I love it. All right. So next we have a question from a listener actually, and she asks, how do you decide what designs you'll create next? Is it based on like a favorite ride, or is it mainly like popularity among the Disney community? Like, is it something more personal, like I love Jungle Cruise, I love Space Mountain, or is it just like the classics, in the park?
So I'm pretty into intuitive everything. So I try to live my life pretty intuitively, just listening to my gut, and I don't really think about it too much. I just do what my intuition tells me. So
Love it.
that's literally what I do. I just not like it literally is like random. Like if anyone looks out from the outside, they would think it's just random because it is. Like I literally just do what I feel like is right. Like I don't know. I like Space Mountain, so I'm just gonna do it. Space Mountain was more like I guess that one was more like, okay, everyone loves this ride. It's like the ride. And I had a really strong connection to it growing up. So I really wanted to do that one. But with the other ones, yeah, it's just been like, yeah, let's just do this one next. Like it's like completely random. It'll just be like the other day. So a little spoiler for you guys. But the other day I was kind of like trying to decide what the next ride should be because I haven't made a design in a while. We have designs stacked up because the manufacturing has been taking way longer than we thought. So I just have designs like sitting there. So I haven't made one in a while. And I was like, what should I do next? Like, I was thinking about what people had DM'd me, like, oh, do like Peter Pan or like Fantasyland, blah, blah, blah. Or I can't remember what the other ones were. But I was like, I don't know. I just was like, I want to do storybook canal boats.
Oh.
Like, I was just like, that one would be cool. Like, people don't really talk about that ride that much.
Yeah.
And I just think it's really fun. So,
That is.
and I just came up with an idea for it. So it's like completely random, you know?
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
I love it. I love it. Do you have an expected date for this Storybook Canal tea? Oh my gosh, that sounds so awesome.
Yeah, so that one, so it's kind of funny. I still want to do storybook, but then another idea hit me and I decided to put that one first. So I actually haven't started designing that one yet. So that one, which I still want to do though, I still have the idea for it, but we probably won't happen till like March or something because I literally have, I think, 6 designs that are like done that aren't printed.
Oh my gosh. Wait, and how many designs do you have currently?
Like 9 or 8.
Okay, so we're almost getting
doubling.
like double the subtle dust. That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, 6 designs. That's so cool.
Can't wait to see what those are gonna be.
I know.
Yeah, well, I wanted to like share what one, like the first one that's going to come out with the new shirts, just so if anyone's listening, they know.
Oh my gosh.
So people have been asking for this design for like since the beginning because it's just a classic. Like we couldn't not do this ride, but the ride is going to be Splash, of course.
Oh my
Yay.
gosh. Yeah, especially before it's like
Officially
retiring like
gone.
in a year or something.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, a Splash.
Yeah.
Do you have
And it's seriously my favorite. Oh, it's so good.
Oh my.
You guys are going to freak out. It's so good.
Okay, we're buying that instantly.
Yeah, that's
And-
probably gonna be what I buy.
Yeah, and you know, like your style is already like retro, but that will be even more retro once like the ride retires. It's like, yo, I was there when Splash Mountain was. Oh my gosh,
like real retro.
Do you know what? Well, okay,
Exactly.
don't say if you don't want to, but like what color were we talking about? I know you're like all about the colorways. Like, is there a certain like color? You're
Yeah,
going for?
so this one it's 70s
Oh my gosh.
style is the design style. And then it's going to be on this, it's like this beautiful raw sienna color. The shirt is so like a burnt red, I guess.
Oh.
In between like a burnt red and a burnt orange.
Oh,
I
my
love that.
Like
gosh.
a kind of like the color that you think would be Big Thunder,
Oh,
you know,
Oh.
like that.
so like the
orangey
rocks, like the color of the rock.
and color.
Okay.
Yes,
I
Yeah.
love this. I love this.
I cannot wait to
a
see
little more
this one.
subtle,
Uh,
a little more subtle color.
Mhm.
Yes. Do we have, I mean, don't say if you don't know, but like, is there an expected
Release
date
date.
for, like, are you going to be like, is this going to be like a Black Friday thing, like right around Thanksgiving, or is this going to be like sooner? Is it going to be like Christmas time? Like, what are you feeling? Don't say if you don't want to.
I'm hoping that I'm more than happy to share. I'm really hoping that we'll have them at least by the beginning of November, if not sooner. That's like my goal. We'll see.
I love it.
Well, that
I love
happens to
it.
be when my birthday is. So if anybody wanted to
Yeah.
treat me to a birthday present.
Yeah. It's a gift for gift. This year is just all
Subtle
about the
dust
subtle dust
presents.
gift. Yeah. That's so great.
I'm so excited to see this design.
I love it. And I'm so excited that you have like 6 designs already.
Yeah.
I mean, that just means more subtle dust goodness.
I do feel kind of bad that we've been like not releasing designs as quickly right now because with the manufactured shirts, I've been waiting. Like I don't want to release a straight new design on the old shirt. Like I want to wait for the new shirts. So that's why there's like a backlog pretty much. Anyway,
Nice.
and
sorry
actually-
everyone that there's a little bit of a delay, but
Happens.
Going
help
off
it.
of that, we were talking prior to this interview, and I don't know if this is something we could talk about necessarily, but you were talking about creating like new threads, like literal new materials and new shirts that your designs will actually be printed on. Did you want to expand on that, or is that something that's kind of under the covers right now, under wraps?
No, I feel like nothing is under the covers for me. Is that the phrase you used, under the covers?
Under the I was like, I was like, is it wraps or covers? Under wraps,
Covers
under
doesn't
covers.
sound
I don't know.
right.
Okay, I think it's under wraps. Under wraps.
Yeah, undercover sounds like kind of sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It's a little
As I was
suggestive.
saying that, I was like, probably wraps was the one they should have used.
No, I love sharing everything. I'm more than happy to share. I like to, of course, keep the rides like as a surprise for you guys. But yeah, so we're coming out with, it's the Subtle Dust label. So like it'll be our exclusive shirts. I'm hand picking out the fabric, picking out the Pantones to dye the fabric. I'm picking out the stitching, the exact dimensions of the shirt. My biggest thing with the current shirts we have is when they say that a shirt is unisex, it really means it's made for a man, which as a woman is like frustrating. And for people who have breasts and hips, it just like does not work. Like it really doesn't work, and it's like totally not fair. I feel like that we have to suffer from these shirts that are like made for men. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm gonna make my own shirts.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're making our own shirts that are a little bigger. Like they're gonna be more oversized. The sleeves will be a little bigger, especially they'll be wider, and then on top of that, I'll be able to carry larger sizes, because with me manufacturing, I can literally choose everything. So I can like sell up to 6X or whatever I want. So we can be even more size inclusive. Because like right now, for instance, the space shirt, that wholesaler does not make that shirt larger than 2X, which to me is like not cool.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that we like everyone can wear the shirt and like have the style they want. Like right now, what's really in style is to have it more oversized, like a baggy shirt.
For sure.
So I want to make sure that everyone can wear what they want. So
that is awesome.
That's great.
Oh my gosh, we're so pumped.
So
for
exciting.
That. Yeah.
We just need to talk about your models and your photos on like your Instagram and on your website. We love them so much. Like your image is just so great. And we're just so curious if these are people you know. Are they like, do you take the photos? Are they models? Like, how does that whole situation work?
Yeah, so the photographer that I hire, I actually went to school with him. His name's Mario. He's amazing. That's the photographer we always use for our photo shoots. And then I hire a stylist as well. His name's Ty. He's also really cool. I also went to school with him. And they are like a team. They work together. And I absolutely love doing photo shoots with them. They style the clothes so different than I would, which is why I hired them, because I feel like I take pictures of me wearing them. I'm wearing them on my Instagram stories, and then to have like someone else go and style them, I just feel like it's cool to see, like just a different style.
Yeah.
And then they find the models. So yeah, they are models. They're not like my friends, but I'm friends with them now, I guess.
That's
awesome. Hang out.
Oh my gosh.
That's so great.
We love, and I think what you kind of said earlier of like wanting to do something that was like wanting to do Disney, but not like cheesy. I feel like, there's a lot of great Disney clothing lines out there, but the photos that you take seem like something I would see in like a catalog of like a store I would shop at, or like, the images on the site and the Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is the most fashionable Disney stuff I've ever seen. Like,
yeah, it was part of
so
what drew
awesome.
us. Obviously the products themselves are amazing, but like seeing them, the way that they're placed on the photos is
it's
so
amazing.
Good.
Yes, high-end Disney, fashionable. That's like a big thing for me, of course. I like want to be able to wear these every day, which I already do.
Yes.
Understandably.
So cool. So, after talking about the images and they're just so incredible, was that like part of your strategy when you started Subtle Dust? Like, when you were creating Subtle Dust, what was your strategy to promote it? And what ended up being the catalyst for your growth? Because I know you just started
Less than a year
yeah,
ago.
yeah, in December, right? So, but you've grown so much since then, and I was wondering, like, when you got into it, did you have like a specific like kind of plan that you're going to do, and what kind of led to that growth?
So when I started, I'm like an all out person, like just like going balls to the walls,
Nice.
So yeah, so when I started, I was like, okay, I'm going all out. Like, I want the shirts to be high quality. I want high quality imagery. I want the website to be like functioning and good. Like, I want
That's so
packaging
good.
that looks good. Like, I feel like why not just go all out in the beginning,
Yeah.
So I think that helped a lot because I just like kind of took the business pretty seriously from the beginning. Like, for me, it wasn't a hobby. Like, I was like, I want this to be my thing. Like, this is fun and I want to do it. But also, if it fails, it's fine. I'll just start something else. I was just kind of like, let's just go all out.
Yeah.
So, that was a big thing. I feel like that helped us grow because we were already like, I don't want to use the word professional, but like, I wanted to look professional from the beginning. Like, I just wanted it to be at that level of professionalism. And then I also just happened to find this like amazing business coach in like July. So like right before I had the idea, I found her and I just clicked with her. Like, it was like a weird click. I was like, girl, you are my girl. Like, you just get me. Everything she was saying was like, yes, 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 yes. Like, every time I was like, yes, it's exactly what my issues were when I was doing my photo business. I was like just struggling so hard, and I was just like, I could not get business. Like, I was trying so hard to get people to hire me, and it just felt so like grabbing at stuff that wasn't there, It just felt I don't know what the word is. I don't know. But so she helped me a ton. I like bought her, she has a course that's really great, and I bought that before I started, and she's literally been coaching me like the whole way, and that's been huge. Like, that's really been huge for me. But also I feel like the reason we've been able to grow so well is just because I'm like doing something that I love. Like, I truly love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that in itself just attracts people to it. Cause like, there's literally no BS for me in this business. Like, I literally love every single shirt. I make the shirts because I want to wear them. And then people like that. So it's just been like pretty, I don't know. It's been awesome and really fun and crazy and
magical.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
Magical.
I mean, when you were just talking about like the whole, I've started things in the past and you just kind of like want to get yourself out there as soon as possible. But you said that you really kind of like pre-planned everything. I know you said you had the idea in August and you officially launched in December. Did it take a good couple of months to be like, this is what we want to do with images. This is who I need to like hire for images. This is what I was going to do with the site and the packaging. Like, did it take you a good couple of months to just like solidify everything and then you're like, we're ready to launch with everything we wanted?
Yeah, I think I started YouTubing a lot. There's this gal who's Australian named Greta Van Riel, who I don't know if you know who she is, but
sounds cool.
She's an entrepreneur. She's an entrepreneur, and I like started binging her YouTube videos. So I just like had a note on my phone of everything I needed to do before launching, figure out Shopify, do Shopify tutorials. I like had a list of everything I needed to do and then kind of like tried to put estimated dates down.
So cool.
I love it. So it's just been amazing talking to you. We've so enjoyed hearing everything you have to say, all your knowledge and everything. But what is next? What's next for Settle Dust aside from some of those new designs you touched on? Do you have future goals? Do you have Disney trips planned aside from the Disney World one? Like, what's coming up anytime soon?
Yeah, as far as Settle Dust, definitely like the manufactured shirts are a really big deal for us, especially to manufacture at such like a young age of the business is huge.
So cool.
So, and I only have, of course, all my amazing customers to thank. Everyone has been so supportive. I am not lying to you, and I literally have never received a rude DM or email ever.
That's awesome.
But I am like waiting for the moment for someone to be mean to me. As far as personal Disney stuff goes, the season pass is going on sale tomorrow, right? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll probably get those.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We're probably going to get those and then just go as much as we can, or I don't know, every few months or so. Yeah, we want to go to Disney World again. I've never been to any of the international parks, and I would die to go to any of them. They all look amazing.
Yeah.
We went to Paris a couple years ago.
Yeah, we need to check out the other parks outside of Paris. Paris was amazing. It was so cool. But if you get that pass, like if you're in there during September, we'll be there. So
yeah,
if you end up like going late September, hit us up. We'll say what's up. We'll grab a drink. We'll do. Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay, so now that we've gone through all the questions that we had for you, I think it's time that we move on to a fun little game, just so that the listeners can kind of get to know you on a more fun basis. So we're gonna do a this or that. So, first question is going to be, do you choose a Dole Whip or a churro?
Dole Whip.
Nice.
Good choice. Good choice.
I think what are you?
I think I'm Dole Whip too. I mean, both are definitely faves, but I pretty much go for Dole Whips.
Yeah. I feel it. I think I'm going honestly churro, just because like I don't know. I think churro is so it's so classic at night, especially watching a show. You know, it's pretty amazing. But okay, so if you could have Club 33 access for a day, or front of line passes for literally any ride for a full day, what are you going for?
Club 33 for sure.
Yeah,
have to agree with you on that. That's a once in a lifetime kind of event.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, sometimes the lines could be a little bit long, but we always play heads up in the line. We always like try to find something fun to do. Sometimes. Like, you know, I've always just dreamed about Club 33. So one day we will go. We know people like that have
been before, but it is still yet a dream of ours. So
every time someone tells me they've been, I'm like,
why haven't you brought me there?
Please take me.
Seriously. Oh my gosh.
Dreams.
Has to be done. Oh my gosh. So
okay. Next question. Are you a fireworks person or Phantasmic?
Fireworks, but honestly, I grew up going to neither. We'd always just ride the rides during that time.
I feel for the rides during the shows, because honestly, like, wait times are down, and you get to kind of like see them a little bit while you're on the rides, hopefully, if everything goes well. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to say Phantasmic as well.
Yeah, I'm Phantasmic,
because there's like, it's like fireworks a little bit, but then also like some cool,
it's like a whole show that goes with it that's just really fun.
There's like cool performers. Okay, so next up, would you rather stay the night at Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror? We're getting close to Halloween, so I feel like it has to be nice.
Neither. That's both scary.
It's pretty terrifying to think about.
Okay.
But I guess I would say Haunted Mansion feels less scary because it's like
kind of silly,
more funny scary.
I feel I think that's.
I would say the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well.
What scene would you be in? I feel like I would be in the. I don't know what's like the funniest. Definitely not the bride who's about to chop your head off scene. Probably the ones where they're singing.
The dinner party where everybody's dancing, cool. Like all the ghosts.
Yes.
I feel that, and then I feel like the graveyard, like right where the people are doing the barbershop quartet type of thing. Like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, but like where they're singing, I feel like it's a safe place, a safe little place.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I feel
Yes.
yeah. Last one.
All right, last question. Do you prefer Disney at Christmas time or Halloween time? If you've been to both.
I have been to both. They're both too magical.
I know, magical for such different reasons.
But I'd have to say Christmas, because Christmas is like, wow, I'm obsessed. I love Christmas. I just love it. I love all the things about Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I
Same.
would say Christmas.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
definitely Christmas. I mean, Halloween is always great in Disneyland, and that's where we're going to be on this next one. But Christmas time, I mean, you really can't top like Christmas time in Disneyland. Like, that's pretty much as magical as it gets.
Yeah. And I feel like I've been to the parks a lot more during Halloween time than Christmas, because I just have this like conception that like Christmas time is going to be
Always
a lot
crowded,
busier.
which it is. Yeah.
But honestly, you can't really beat that. I don't know. It's a toss up because Halloween is so fun there too. It's
Yeah.
not like too scary. You get a little bit of it, but it's not like too scary. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the most magical time of the year with the most magical place. You know, I'm gonna go Christmas.
All right,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that's a unanimous last question for all of us.
Yeah. Love it. Well,
Good
Tressa, thank you so much again for joining us. Let our listeners know like where people can find you. You know, you have your Instagram, your site, but just any last minute things just to let people know, you know, what's coming up and where they can find you.
Yeah, so our website is subtledust.com, and then our Instagram is shop subtledust, and that is where everything is. Everything's on Instagram, so
Nice.
if you want updates and stuff, that's the best place to find everything.
So awesome. Well, we're so excited for all the new designs you got coming out.
Yeah,
Hopefully
we can't
we'll
wait
see
to
one
see everything.
soon.
Well, thank you so much for asking me. This was seriously great. I'm so excited to show you the design.
Yes.
I think you're going to be obsessed, and
I know we will.
you guys are so nice. This has been seriously so fun.
Oh my gosh. Thanks
Thank you
again.
so
You are
much.
absolutely amazing. We're so stoked you came on our show.
Yeah, this was a
It's
blast.
Such an honor. Such an honor. So yeah. Thanks again so much, Tressa. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks again to Tressa from Subtle Dust. We loved having you on our show, hearing about how you started and what new designs are going to be coming up. We are so pumped to see these new designs. So go ahead and follow Shop Subtle Dust on Instagram. She has amazing content and even more Disney clothing coming up. And so we can't wait to sport those in the park. Definitely go check her out over there. And thank you guys again for listening to the happiest hour on earth. Can't believe we're already through with 20. It's insane. But anyways, thank you guys, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.